he can still make Team Europe via obviously our Mosconi Cup ranking points.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, yes, because like I think it was maybe last year when he fell just short of it. He didn't perform that good, I think, at last 2 Euro Tours, which did count for the rankings.
Стараемся все, что в наших силах. Нет никакого мандража. Сет до 5 побед коротенький, сам мандраж придет во время.
Okay, I think we've got some pre-match interviews we were recording before.
Именно во время, сразу при раскате.
So the guys, the Russian guys, are basically saying that they will try to do their best. Of course, they haven't been playing together with Ruslan at the last Dream Challenge. So just this is going to be kind of a debut for them. Chinakhov mentions that for him, like race to 5, that's a short race and no nerves for him. He's going to play a team match. He's not going to play with any nerve. Just as soon as the leg shot is made, like.
It's kind of hard to play bad when he's your partner.
And I'm sure you can understand what these two are saying.
I hope so.
Well, actually, I don't know. Billy is very hillbilly.
I hope they're speaking Russian.
Sometimes I can't understand what Billy says when he talks.
Кубок мира Dream Challenge 2019 на пути к Кубку Mosconi. Итак, счет равный 1-1. Сборная США, сборная России. Давайте поприветствуем следующих участников. Это второй парный матч.
So this is going to be our second doubles match of the evening. Billy Thorpe and Tyler Styer versus Ruslan Chinakhov and Maxim Dudanets.
И участники нашей национальной сборной, команда России, Максим Дуданец и Руслан Чинахов.
So if you're just joining us, guys, we are here at the ABN Billiards Dream Challenge. We're our third match of the evening, and we've got Team USA versus Team Russia. Tyler Styer and Maxim to lag for the break. And it's a race to 5 in this Dream Challenge format, alternate break.
Oh, that's a perfect lag shot by Tyler.
Fantastic lag.
You cannot make it any better.
And the lag is so important when it comes into alternate break here.
Yeah, because like when it gets to the hill, it is the winner of the lag shot who is breaking for the match.
So the break, we have the one on the spot here, and the players cannot check the rack. The players are wearing heart rate monitors provided by Garmin, which is very exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing how this match plays out, especially Mike, Tyler and Billy. I think they played some great doubles together, especially the Mosconi Cup last year.
Well, Tyler didn't get enough impact on the rack, obviously.
At the Kremlin Cup and the final, I obviously noticed his break was so strong and he was so confident around the table, Tyler. So obviously frustrating for him to not, to have the dry break.
Yeah, of course, like Jeremy mentioned back then, Tyler probably is one of the top 10 when it comes to the 10-ball break. Well, 9-ball here with a wooden rack is a little bit different, of course, no template. And this is the same way it is going to be during the Mosconi Cup.
But it just shows how obviously these tournaments are different and how they have to
actually,
again,
adapt. I like it very much. Like it's almost like going back to these good old days when you had to just smash the rack to get any kind of positive result.
So you've got Billy at the table here. I think they've got just 10 seconds left on the clock.
And the buzzer is on already.
That must be difficult for the players to be down on a shot like that and to have, obviously we do it on purpose, but to have that buzzer come in, it's obviously going to disrupt them, and it must be tough for them to do that. It's incredible to see the players at this world-class level, and to all of the different things they have to kind of put up with in order to try and win these matches.
Yeah, true. Billy left. Some part of the one ball for Stepanov, and actually, could he see it? Oh, they cut. Dudenets, sorry. Max was the one performing the shot on the one for Team Russia. Oh
So-
no, the blue two is open.
I was going to say, talk me through the table, Mike.
Yeah. The one is down, but no shot on the two, I suppose. Fell a little bit short with his position play.
And so I think Billy's called the extension here. And players get one extension per rack, which is per team.
Yeah, this is the type of kick shot that he's not much of an underdog to make. He's really on a nice line. He can hit rail first on the two or ball first. So don't be shocked if he makes this one.
Is there enough of the cut left on the two?
I don't think so. I think you're going to see a safety here. Yeah, I think pretty good control there. Now, one thing we see, this will be an interesting decision. He's got a real secure kick shot, it looks like, to the back rail. But if he goes cross corner at it, or use the side rail, he could possibly fluke the 9 in. Kind of get the feeling that you might see the 9 move, or is he? Well, he may be kicking kind of with a lighter speed, trying to use a safety of some sort. Oh, great shot there. It pays to hit him.
I feel like they're a good partnership together, Tyler and Billy. So they just probably bounce off one another quite well, don't they?
Yeah, and also they didn't play. I don't believe they played last year together in Moscone.
I think they did, you know.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Oh wow, what a shot there by Dudadets. Yeah, they may have played one match. That's correct. Yeah.
That's a confident booster
right.
by Max.
Yeah, very much so a confidence booster. And Dudadets, who had played really well in the Kremlin up until his last loss, he just struggled a little bit, and that was actually against the champion, Tyler Steyer. Okay, in a good position here. You can tell that he'll probably have to play short side on the 8 here in a few shots. Important to stay off the rail with the cue ball. That's, I think, pretty perfect position. Now Ruslan can go to the backside of the 8 and up underneath. I would probably just come one rail across myself. Or is he just going to play below?
Well, one rail across, I think you don't have any risk of being hooked behind the 9.
That was good speed, and that was a pretty natural path, though, so he didn't really have to apply any side spin to try and create anything. So probably a good call.
First point goes to Team Russia in the third match of the ABN Billiards Dream Challenge. Russia, one love. I feel like they're probably Russian fans, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy, why don't you go and make some signs and go and give them to Team USA to have
maybe I'll
to
do
hold
that.
up in the background?
My wife's pretty good at the arts and crafts, so maybe for day 2 we'll have something in the stands for Team USA. One interesting thing about the heart monitor is I wonder if we weren't playing with a shot clock, that you might actually see the heart rate go up more because the guys have actually more time to get it in their own heads, possibly.
Yeah. I think it's fantastic that we've got this here, obviously powered by Garmin. I'm intrigued to have the players' feedback on it and see, obviously, how they felt during the matches.
Well, that was a tell of 2 breaks. Off the first one, the Americans, when they broke the balls, they didn't open very well. Now we see 2 down. And a nice shot on the 2. Now, I'm not sure he has anything offensive. Maybe he can play the 2 to the rail and off the back of the 5. It's a bit of a trick shot, but sometimes when it lays nice, yeah. Was he looking at a 3-ball combo? That would be a hard one for me to shoot at. I know the 5's just some couple inches away from the hole, but oh, he made them both. Wow. Talk about trick shots.
How often do you see that?
Was he trying to go for both? Was
No,
he actually
no.
trying? I was going to say.
Oh, okay. And you could see when he released it that he kind of flinched, like he didn't know everything was going to be all right. He kind of stood up on it like, oh, maybe I mishit it a little bit, yeah. Caught a lot of the 6 with the 6 hanging, and it tried to stand up. Just solid fundamentals, Ruslan. It's always been like that in pool. It seems like the taller man, they just always have the sweet strokes, you know?
Like Jason Shaw, Eklund Kachin.
Yeah, and just through the years, I've known a lot back in the States that, you know, maybe weren't, you know, on the pro level, but really, really good players, or like a Buddy Hall. You know, Buddy Hall was a 6'6", 6'5", yeah, but he was a very slender man in his heyday, believe it or not.
Well, you're quite tall, Jeremy, so you're just trying to big yourself up a little
No,
bit.
no, I wish I had a Buddy Hall stroke. That
would be great. Okay, so it's 2-0 to Team Russia. So we're here at the Bazaar Club in Moscow, the ABN Billiards Dream Challenge. Billy Thorpe to break, and it's an alternate break format, race to 5. And it's a race to the Mosconi Cup for Team USA, Jeremy, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
November the 25th to the 28th in Las Vegas. And so we've got Billy, Tyler, Max and Corey all fighting for their place on the team. Where we've got Skylar and Shane, who's already part of it.
Eerily similar to the mentality in pool anyways. We all have to beat each other for our living. Yeah.
I get so excited about
absolutely. Even though we're really colleagues, we're all in this together.
Of course.
That's just the nature of the beast. We have to try and beat each other to make a dollar. But in time, it really creates a sound bond that you really learn to respect one another quite a bit.
Which is so important in these doubles matches as well.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, you may see an early winner on the 7-9, just depending on what kind of position he gets on the 6. Don't think you'll see it on the 4 any kind of way.
So you don't like any kind of a carom?
Well, I mean, if you got to there, it's fine, but the 9's a little bit on the point. So with the way
right.
Okay, he's gone. Oh, he snookered him. And
so now we're going to see a jump shot on the carom.
Yeah,
yes,
well,
I love a jump shot.
And this is the one that can get away from you, because the 7 is some distance away from the cue ball, and he's got to get that ball up and over the 7 and down quickly onto the pink 4.
Sorry to say, Emily, about the jump shots. I'm in the opposite camp.
Why? They're so good. I'm the casual pool fan.
Yeah, I like a multiple rails escape, you know.
Maybe showing our age there, Michael. Okay, great shot. Is he going to get any reward? don't think so. I think the 7's gotten in the way. And somewhat like when Max scratched earlier on that 4 ball, Tyler needs to think about just securing the position a little bit more than getting closer to the work. The shots aren't that difficult to make, especially if you can keep your nerves under control.
It's a shot clock coming in there.
Yeah, it looks like he kicked it in from the reaction from the crowd.
Yeah,
just look at the spin on the cue ball.
it's a great shot, especially under that pressure of the shot clock there from Tyler. It just shows the level of experience and how world-class these players are, doesn't it?
Yeah, and there's no real measuring device. You have a little bit of reference, but it also tells you, and it reminds me how much of a sport this is. They really use their gut instinct when it comes to those kick shots.
And probably when you have the shot clock, you don't have simply like a time to measure anything.
Right.
So you have to go with your gut.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, you know, this table sat here for some 2 or 3 days covered up, getting ready for this event, and the guys had no way to practice on it. So you have to really just kind of go with it.
So that's a 2-1 to Russia. Russia are in the lead. USA taking a point there. I think it's great to see these sort of matchups against one another. I think it's only really in the Mosconi and now the Dream Challenge where you see the sort of countries taking on one another, and to actually see the world-class players coming through and to take on one another in these team events. And, you know, Paul is such a single-man sort of sport as such, but it's so important that they all work together.
You know, and some of these guys, a dry break, probably had a very good time for the Americans. Most of these guys...
But the one I think Jeremy doesn't go.
I think it probably does, actually. It always fools us, that camera, it seems like to me. But anyways, most of them are athletes. You know, they do many things well. They grew up playing sports, so the team aspect is something they really, I'm sure, like. I always did myself. I love team sports. Okay, he's tied up the 3-ball a bit here, so that's going to be a problem. The one good thing for him, can he play a little 3-8 kiss shot into the 4-ball over the side? I think so. Now, this is where that 30 seconds really comes into play. Do you recognize things like this? I think the carom goes easily, just what Billy's looking at now, and he can hold the 3.
And like you were saying before, they took their extension immediately. Just realizing how important this shot might be.
Sure. And making that decision, really. And what he'll do is he'll draw over close to it, and if they get to where they don't like it, they always have the safety option, but I think he's gotten absolutely perfect here. Now, this is a diamond, and we know diamond tables, the side pockets are known to be difficult.
Yeah, so. Just remember last miss, I think, not
David Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, not the last, but like last but one. Yeah, the 3-ball in the side, that was brutal.
Yeah, that was at 7-6.
I still believe he should have played safety, actually.
I liked him shooting at it.
I remember.
I just wouldn't have drawn the ball myself. I would have just held position on it and cut the 4. I think that's what got him more than anything, but nevertheless, that's... we say American history, but it's actually Russian history now, so pool history, we might say.
I'm liking this pairing of Tyler and Billy.
Yeah. Okay, a thin one here on the side. Okay, just caught it a little thick.
He dropped his hand quite quickly, I felt.
Yeah, well, they almost know it immediately when they release the cue that whether it's good or not. So. And it was a tough shot, though, and I think Tyler would have liked to have gotten him a little better position off that kiss shot.
But good for us. We're playing 9-ball, I mean Team Russia.
Yeah, and again, he got a little quick with the stroke, so they cut very easily out there, and you get a little speedy, you can overcut them easily.
It's great that we can see these replays in here as well, the productions that ABN Billiards and Match TV are doing here. It's fantastic.
Okay, he'll probably chip this in the side and float over for the 9. Could follow it down the short side. But
yeah, just because I think the size of the position there is pretty big over there.
Had an opportunity there to get that game and level it at 2. So you can say to yourself, yeah, they got a little lucky, but realistically, they should have probably never come to the table, or not got back to the table anyways.
Yeah. So we've got Tyler to break. It was a dry break last time he was at the table, so...
That was to open this match, I believe.
That was to open, yeah. It's a great setup that they've got in here in this arena. I'm really impressed with it. I just love walking into these events, seeing all the setup come up, seeing how many cameras they've got. I'm a bit of a loser like that. Instead of watching the table as such, I'm looking at all the lights.
Yeah, well, we all have what fancies us, I guess you might say. All right, I don't see one down yet. Lots of movement, of course, but another dry break here.
And the 3-ball, I think, just tied the 2.
So this is the difference, only 30 seconds after the opening break. And this is where the guys, you know, like the doubles, this is where you say, oh, I like this shot. And whoever likes it kind of like take over and say, all right, what's a safety or some type of shot that isn't played all the time, maybe. I would like more the veteran maybe to make the decision, maybe Ruslan.
He's called extension there, just to get some more time. Just shows that part after the break is obviously so important, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's a very nice safety attempt by Ruslan Chinakhov.
Sure is, and you should see probably some type of soft kick on the 1 here. He may jump it, and that's what he's gone to, but I'm wondering about the jump shot here.
Well, actually, I like it kicking because then you can end up with another safety.
Exactly, that's what I was saying. Maybe some type of soft kick, especially with the 2-3 being somewhat congested. Although they do look somewhat playable, the 2-3, but with the 4-7 there, I like the kick shot, Michael, like you were talking about. But if he can maybe bang this one around, right? Oh wow! What a shot. Well, we don't have a clue what we're talking about, do we?
No, you don't. I think you two need to keep quiet, to be honest.
Well, that's why we're in the booth also. Because we would have put the old man kick shot on it, and these youngsters just
See, yeah, you oldies need to get lost. It's all down to the young guns these days, isn't it?
Well, is he playing a carom shot here?
No, I suppose so.
I don't know. Is he going to get positioned? Okay, nice shot.
Oh, it's just so great to see the young players coming through and to have this kind of confidence and to be playing such good pool.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it's like every sport, we talk about it all the time, that it's getting younger and younger.
It's just so impressive, I find, to just see that these players are, you know, play at such high quality.
Got away with it, Billy?
Yeah, missed the ball. And of course, again, when you miss the ball, the cue ball really doesn't usually track how you feel it's going to track. And you can tell he didn't have position on the 4 either. So Billy's going to have to settle in a little bit. Now, this is a difficult one, and referees got to be on their toes here. As far as calling this hit, you would like to kick at it kind of mildly to keep accuracy and make sure you don't foul, but there's not much future for safety kicking softly, so. Yeah, that's a foul.
That was a foul.
Yeah. And the forward definitely was contacted first.
I'm glad I'm not the referee. I would have needed that replayed back at least 10 times.
Well, actually, no matter what, it's your call. Oh,
yeah.
As long as you call there is no fall, there is no fall. After the match, everyone will be after you, but...
Maybe it is good I'm not the ref.
Yeah, you would like to think it's perfect, but it's just like any other sport. Sometimes the referees make mistakes as well.
Well, it's very good they are introducing the video assistant referee in football, soccer namely for our Team America. So what about like any kind of VAR for pool, sorry.
Well, we have...
Like, do you remember like Nigel Rees, I think, had to review the shot back in Manila like during the World Championships?
Well,
the shot by Francisco Bustamante.
I know of one referee there at the Moscone that we had to go to the tape, and she made a call. And everybody in the building thought she was wrong. It was on a jump shot Johnny Archer made. He went over the top, and she called a foul on him. And
everyone thought it was wrong.
Oh, yeah, but when you go over the top of the ball, you can sliver the ball so lightly.
And it stays, yeah.
Yeah, and it stays right there, and the jump shot went on in, like everything happened like it was supposed to. And then they went back to the tape, and she was right on. Right. So, you know, sometimes some mistakes are made, but they make some incredible calls, too.
We do have that kind of VAR in place at our events, because we have the second referee that sits at the table with the replays and things. So I always just think that don't be afraid to sort of ask to obviously go and see the video replay, because you know, you want to be right at the end of the day, and it's tough to be able to make a call like that under the TV.
And the balls are moving fast.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. So it's a tough job for them out there, definitely.
Yeah, you certainly can't. You can't have a rookie out there.
Especially in a Moscone Cup arena.
Well, yeah, you have to keep your cool as well. I mean, I'm sure the referee's heart rate is pretty well up there also. Okay, a little thin on the 8 here. Now, does he go up and down the table, or does he just try to kill it? It's right kind of on the 50-50. He could do either. He's just getting a little quick.
Well, killing that, trying to kill it on a new cloth is probably never a proper decision, but here Billy rushed the shot a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah, just a little quick, and again, we've seen all the misses today overcut, and so that's when you get a little quick when the heat's on. You just deliver the cue a little fast. He'll settle in, though.
And his heart rate once again wasn't pumping at all.
Yeah.
Dream Challenge, so they are on the hill and could potentially take the overall lead so far in the tournament if they take this last rack. What's going through Billy's mind at the moment?
Well, he's probably kind of wondering how that happened, you know. That's the thing about the slick table. It can fool you. You can think, man, I'm aiming at it, and that is probably right. He's aiming at it like he's done his entire life.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit different out there. And like I said, he got a little quick. You can see the cue ball was kind of racing a little bit. Of course, he was trying to go up and down, but you still want control doing it. So he'll recoup, though. Billy's a fighter. Okay.
Strong break here from Ruslan.
Yeah, and a long shot for Maxim. Oh, no, excuse me. The one stayed on the table. I thought it had fallen. I was looking at the 2, so perfect starter.
I'm going to pass you over my glasses in a second.
Yeah, right.
So the combo is on.
Yeah, all right, so Ruslan's going to have to go back and forth with the cue ball most likely here. If he ended up short, they may play a kiss shot on the 9.
I believe in this position the kiss shot is much harder, that much harder than a combo.
Oh, I believe it is. It's not something you'd want to play shape for, but just if you happen to be short with the cue ball, you may end up having to play a kiss shot.
Yeah, but he was perfect on the 2.
And there's the extension. Again, the game winner and the match winner, so you definitely want to use it here.
That's not a gimme, though.
No. Match lead, 2-1. We're going to 10.
So it was the team match that went to USA to start off with in the Dream